Yo, guys, we got a huge chapter. Bounty reveals, Nami confirmed to have Conqueror's Haki, Cross Guild, and Revolutionaries all in one chapter. Amazing. Let's get into it. So before we get into the bounty reveals, listen, I don't want to say I told y'all so. Nami confirmed Conqueror's Haki user. I told y'all she's the strongest. You can watch my Nami video here to confirm that I said she is the strongest One Piece character. First one in the series to use any kind of Haki. I told you first. But before we begin, the cover story, Caesar Clown begging the Germa 66 to take him with him. I think honestly, it's a match made in heaven. Germa 66, Judge in particular, would love to have him doing a little scientific experiments, having a little colleague there, and he's got all those clones he can experiment on. That's honestly the perfect match right there. Next, we got the Bounties. We see a little fighting on board. Nami beating up Luffy, putting him in a cage, threatening Jinbei. Jinbei scared, confirming again that Nami does have Conqueror's Haki. And then we dish out the bounties. Let's just get into the bounties real quick. Chopper, largest increase by far of all of the bounties we're gonna see. 10 times his bounty. Now he has 1,000 berry bounty. Yeah. Nami, 366 million, which she seems to be satisfied with. It's crazy if you think about Nami coming from where she came from. Now she has 366 million berry bounty. Just amazing to me. Brooks is at 383 million, which well deserved. I mean, you got to give it to him. He fought toe to toe and survived. I wouldn't say it was a good even fight, but he survived in a fight against Big Mom. So he's got to get a good bounty for that alone. Not to mention all the support he gave on Onigashima, taking out all of the fodder in the Black Maria fight and helping Robin fight Black Maria as well and helping her get out. Love to see it. Frankie, 394 million berry bounty, but they messed up his picture. They have a picture of the Sunny figurehead, which got me thinking maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe in the future Frankie's gonna fuse with the Sunny, turn into his ultimate form. Oh, I would love to see that. And the god Usopp, 500 million berry bounty. 500 million is not really enough, honestly. He needs to go way up. He needs to be at least 4 billion. His power is immense. People worship him for a reason. Come on, crank that up a little bit.
Pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Robin, 930 million berries, almost 1 billion. She showed that she is really a demon, so I guess that's well deserved. Props to her for that. And finally, our 3 commander level Straw Hat crew members. Sanji at 1,032 million, Jinbei at 1,100 million, and Zoro at 1,100 million, 1,100. I really don't understand like why those numbers. What is that about? Like, somebody tell me, give me your theories in the comments below why these numbers are the way they are. I even looked up binary, but I didn't get anything out of it. It's just very strange. He should be way up there too. He took out King after fighting with Kaido and deflecting an attack from Kaido and Big Mom combined. Like, bro, he's way more powerful than this 1 billion berry bounty. Show some respect for him, man. Of course, Luffy's at 3 billion. That hasn't changed. We already saw that in the previous chapter. And of course, Sanji's upset. He's got a lower bounty. They start fighting a little bit. But honestly, you can't really act like Sanji deserves a higher bounty than Zoro at this point. Sanji is always going to be second, third place, I guess. Man, Jinbei's got a higher bounty, probably because of his fight with Who's Who. The government probably assumed he has some knowledge that, you know, he probably wouldn't have had before, or that they want to kind of silence him now. Not to mention, you put him in the water, it don't matter who's on the ships, how strong they are, he is taking them out. So I feel like at this point, in a huge war that's about to come up, probably going to be taking place on the seas, on the ships, Jinbei is a much bigger threat than Sanji is at the moment. You can fight me, tell me I'm an idiot in the comments. After that, we're going to cut over to Cross Guild. I need to get used to saying that because they're new. It's just as we expected. Buggy is not in control. He is literally being threatened by Mihawk and Crocodile, you know, telling him, why did you do this? Why is your face on the top of this? And he reveals that it was just his adoring crew. They set him up. They loved him, so they couldn't help but give him top billing. And he's like, what? It's crazy. Honestly, just hilarious watching this guy just fail upwards so hard. Ultimately, they let him have it because they don't want the target on their backs, which is that's kind of what I assumed was going on. There's no way they want to be in the spotlight. They like to be low. Think about Crocodile. Nobody even knew his name. He liked to be hidden. Nobody even knew he was really running that organization. And then Mihawk was just chilling, having tea, sitting in his castle. He doesn't want to be bothered, so let the clown have it. And now the clown, speaking of which, is freaking out. He's an emperor. He's gonna have a lot of people coming for his head. But I mean, them's the breaks, bro. Also, it confirms that he does not have Captain John's treasure. I really thought he did, and that's how he set up his whole organization. But apparently, he got a loan from Crocodile. Crocodile showed up when the Marines were trying to surround Buggy back in a chapter a few chapters ago, and saved the day. But he was really there to be like, "Where's my money?" And that was just pretty funny. So obviously, Buggy still has to go get Captain John's treasure out there. So maybe at the end of this series, we'll see him finally get what he really wants, what his treasure is, Captain John's treasure. We also get a flashback of the Marines surrounding Mihawk, and Mihawk getting a phone call from Crocodile, which was wiretapped by the Marines. So they hear everything. They hear him talking about how he's going to set up an organization, going after the Marines. So it's only fitting now that we see the bounties that both of their bounties just skyrocketed. Mihawk is at 3,590,000,000 berries, which is ridiculous. Really way up there, which honestly, he's a Yonko level threat for sure. Like, we know he spars with Shanks. He probably could have taken on Big Mom or Kaido at this point. I mean, because if Zoro did all of that and he's still not at Mihawk's level, you know Mihawk probably would have went up there and just really laid it down. And of course, Crocodile had a huge boost to his bounty, 1,965,000,000 for his powerful devil fruit and cunning guile, which, I mean, dude, Crocodile's always running some shit. He's always got some schemes. He's got his own motivations. Glad to see him really hop up there on the bounty. That's great. Finally, the Revolutionaries make an appearance. Always love to see them, see what's going on. They have such an intriguing storyline. We see Dragon, and he seems to be a little concerned because the rumors are true. What we assumed, that Sabo allegedly murdered King Cobra. That's the rumor that's going around, that he murdered King Cobra. And Dragon's not having that. He says that if that's true, he will not forgive Sabo. Man, Dragon, you gotta trust Sabo, man. What's wrong with you? Trust Sabo. You can't believe in him. You raised him basically, and you don't believe in him? Oh, and poor Kuma. What happened? Kuma, man, that is messed up. You see him? He's basically just like full-on sex slave robot. That is not cool what they did to him, man. That burn the world government just for what they did to Kuma alone. All of the history and all of that, it's terrible. But man, they did Kuma wrong, man. Oh, it's so sad to see him like that. And of course, the chapter ends with Koala getting a phone call from Sabo, which is wiretapped because apparently this is One Piece The Wire now. So we're probably going to assume that every time someone picks up a Dendemushi, the Marines are listening in. And we're probably going to find out what the truth is. Sabo's probably going to tell Koala what really happened, what went down. Maybe he didn't kill. I mean, I'm assuming he didn't kill him. But if he did, what happened? How did they set him up? Does Vivi with him? Like, what is going on? So there's a break next week, so we're not going to be seeing that next week, but the week after, hopefully they come right into that. Or at least we see sometimes in that chapter. I really like this chapter. It was really fantastic. I mean, of course, any chapter with bounty reveals is always going to be fantastic. But also had revolutionaries, had cross guilds, had Mihawk. Like, this is a jam-packed chapter. I always love these little in-between chapters that just tell us the status quo of the world and just set the stage for what's to come. And we see they're laying the groundwork for a massive war at least between the Marines and the revolutionaries, with the wiretapping and the espionage going on. Like, it's about to get real. I wonder how they're gonna fit the pirates into this whole conflict and where they're going next. So we'll see it next time. I really want to thank everybody who's been subscribing to this channel. We're at 170 now, and I'm like baffled. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share with your friends. We're just gonna keep doing this, so if you like watching us and you want to share with somebody who also likes One Piece. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks.